Good day to Professor Jerome. Thank you so much for UTM Space for giving this opportunity to present on topic of organizational behavior, where we're going to analyze a conflict that is happening in an organization. Okay, presenting my group members, Vigneshwaran Irudhyanath, Gangayamma Armugam, Udayaman Kutti as a leader, A. Martin Arul, and VK Sharma. Okay, on behalf of my team, I would like to present assignment number 1 based on organizational conflict that was happening in our organization before. Okay, now the company that we have chosen, or the organization that we have chosen to do the research was Astro Malaysia. A little bit introduction about Astro Malaysia. Astro Malaysia is founded by Tan Sri Ananda Krishnan. Okay, Tun Dato Sri Zaki bin Tun Azmi is the chairman, and the CEO during the time of conflict was Mr. Henry Tan Pok Kok. Astro is Malaysia's leading satellite TV provider and is founded in September 29, 1996, operating in both Malaysia and Brunei. It runs from All Asia Broadcast Center in Kuala Lumpur and Misat in Cyberjaya. Since it was launched in 1996, Astro has grown to reach 23 million viewers in 5.7 million households, covering 77% of Malaysian homes through its pay TV and NGOI free TV services. Astro held an exclusive license as the sole pay TV provider until 2020 and now competes with Telekom Malaysia, HIP TV. In 2012, it introduced NJOI Malaysia free satellite TV, offering a range of standard and high definition channels. Astro has also been widely recognized for its branding and innovation, winning gold at the Putra Brand Awards for 10 straight years and receiving multiple accolades for digital transformation and marketing excellence. Astro aims to maximize shareholder value by expanding its global presence in media production. Their focus was on identifying new growth opportunities, particularly in under-penetrated and rapidly developing markets. This region presents strong potential due to the expected liberation of media industry and fast-growing consumer base. Astro was also aligning their operational and financial goals across all business units to ensure each of them contributes effectively towards Astro's overall vision, sustainable revenue growth, and early cash flow generation. Now, moving on to the analyzing organizational conflict situation in Astro Malaysia. Now, we're going to focus on the first conflict, which is actually the resignation of Dato' Rohana as a CEO of Astro. In January 2019, Dato' Rohana, who had been Astro's CEO for many years, stepped down. This handicapped during a tough time for the company, which was dealing with the customer data leak and weaker financial results. A change in government also added pressure on Astro's leadership. Before her resignation, Astro's staff costs were high, around RM 590 million in the financial year ending January 2018. At the same time, rumors about her leaving were already spreading. This affected staff morale and caused a drop in Astro share price. To handle the situation, COO Henry Tan introduced several changes to help reduce cost and improve how the company worked. These include several recommendations by CEO Henry Tan. Now, let us focus on conflict number 2. When Mr. Henry Tan was on board, he introduced several recommendations to improve the organizations in terms of performance. Okay, the first was voluntary separation scheme, which is VSS. As you can see from the slide, that is the article about or cut off from the social media regarding Mr. Henry Tan's proposal on VSS in social media. Okay, on the other right-hand side of the screen, you can see that over 900 people already seem to be applying for the VSS. Okay, this is actually an internal circular that been distributed among the staff. Okay. Now, let's look at a clip that has been taken from social media regarding VSS being announced in our local news.
Astro Malaysia Holdings berharap akan melaksana langkah skim pemberhentian sukarela VSS dalam usaha strategik untuk memperkukuh kedudukan dalam pasaran. Dalam satu kenyataan, operator siaran televisyen berbayar itu berkata VSS akan ditawarkan hanya secara sukarela. Menurut pemangku ketua pegawai eksekutifnya Henry Tan, Astro terus proaktif untuk mengukuhkan kedudukan kumpulan dan memastikan ia kekal relevan untuk masa hadapan. Program transisi perkhidmatan turut akan diberi merangkumi latihan kepakaran baru kepada kaki tangan yang memilih VSS.
Okay, the third conflict was actually internal staff reshuffling, whereby one staff from one department being transferred into another department, assuming like a person who has a sales background being shifted to a technical background or more to engineering background, or rather engineering background staff being reshuffled and transferred over the sales department. Okay, this was the third conflict. The fourth conflict was the implementation of performance improvement plan. What is basically this performance improvement plan? Okay, it consists of 5 stages, which is 1 is company's expectation, number 2 is performance overview, 3rd is action plan, 4th is follow-up schedule, and 5th is consequences. Well, basically, to briefly explain about this performance improvement plan, time frame will be given to selected staff, and they has to perform according to the company's expectation, provided with enough and adequate training. And at the end of the period, if the staff couldn't complete and meet the expectation of the company, they'll be automatically terminated. Okay, a sample of termination letter is already presented on the screen. The 5th conflict was business partnership, or would rather business partners program. Okay, here what will happen is that some of the staff were given option to opt to become entrepreneurs, whereby they can actually move out of the company and start having their own company, to become some sort of like a sole distributor for Astro. They can have their own staff, and however, they are obligated to contractual arrangements with Astro, and they will earn commissions basis, okay, and also will be given some management fee to run their operation. Now, what are the consequences that we foreseen actually after all this implementation was taken place? Staff demoralized and fear of losing career, okay? By taking up VSS, what could be, actually when the CEO resigned and when the new leader come in, what is the future of the company? What is next? Future is uncertain if stay in the company. Implementation of VSS, is the compensation is going to be enough? Correct decision and start all over again? Number three, conflict number three, new roles and adaptability. Are we going to make it happen? Are we going to sustain with the new roles provided? Number four, KPI and termination by implementation of PIP, extra load, deadline has to be met. Is that termination at the corner? And finally, under the business partner program, would I succeed? Would I become an entrepreneur and start my own business with Astro? These are the consequences of the conflict, the feeling of some of the staff after the implementation of such programs. Now, traditional way to approach on the conflict. First, Dato' Rohana's resignation. Let's begin with leadership. After the change in government and data breach, Dato' Rohana's sudden resignation raises serious concern about accountability during a crisis. Such abrupt exit and shake confidence, demoralize staff, and create a sense of fear and instability. The appointment of a new CEO, especially for senior employees, used to the previous leadership style, can be unsettling and disruptive. Okay, looking at conflict number two, VSS, the implementation of VSS. While the voluntary separation scheme or VSS might seem like a cost-saving measures for the organization, the reality is different from employees. The compensation often doesn't guarantee long-term security. Losing benefits like medical coverage, EPF, and SOXO adds a heavy burden. And for many, starting over in a new organization means facing emotional stress and uncertainty without the same protections or privileges. Number three, internal reshuffling. Financial challenges happen, but internal reshuffling has its consequences. Moving employees into roles outside their expertise, like technical staff into sales, can be deeply demoralizing. It also raises a fair question. Why should staff sacrifice their credentials and career paths? It goes against the reason they were hired in the first place. And frankly, it is really unfair. Moving on next to PIP, Performance Improvement Plan. The Performance Improvement Plan, while it's intended to support growth through training, is often viewed with suspicion. Evaluations are subjective and not everyone learns at the same pace. A one-size-fits-all approach risks being unfair and can even lead to terminations. For many, PIP feels more likely a threat than opportunity. Some have even taken legal action against result. And finally, Finally, business partner program introduced by Astro on the surface is an innovative idea. Staff are given the chance to run their own companies, generate business for Astro, and in return earn commissions along with the fixed monthly allowances to cover management costs. It seems like a win-win and certainly helps the company reduce operational expenses. But here's the catch. The program was rolled out to all employees without considering their individual strengths, especially when it comes to sales. Many technical staff were drawn in by the attractive financial package, but quickly found themselves struggling due to their limited sales experience and lack of structured process. To make matters worse, participants were only given a single round of training, that is, no ongoing support, no clear guidance. This shows that the initiative, while clever in theory, felt one-sided in practice, serving the organization on cutting goals more than the genuine development of its employees. Now, next, we move on to the modern way of approaching the conflict. Okay, that will be presented by another team member of mine, none other than Kangayama Armugam.
Good day, Professor Jerome. I'm Gangema Arumugam, continuing our presentation on modern approach on analyzing on the conflict in Astro by using SWOT analysis. This is SWOT analysis, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. The first conflict, resignation of the CEO, new government issue, and Astro shares crisis. The strength of Astro, the company had a skilled workforce, particularly among the senior employees who were customized with leadership and valuable experience. Astro has been in the industry very long and they have brand, strong position in terms of content, infrastructure, and it is existing customer basis. Astro also had a strong brand presence and a loyal customer base which helped maintain its position in the market despite internal challenges. The weaknesses that Astro faced, Dato' Rohana's sudden resignation during a crisis signaled a lack of continuity and leadership accountability. The resignation coupled with the data breach could cause significant uncertainty among the employees, leading the demoralization and low morale and anxiety. And the company's failure to manage the crisis effectively or provide clarity about the future leadership may have made the situation worse. The opportunity of Astro, a new CEO, could bring fresh perspective, new leadership strategy, and a chance to re-establish Astro credibility. This could be an opportunity to rebuild public and employees' trust. The crisis could be an opportunity for Astro to implement strong crisis management framework, explore employees' talents, and yield cost-effective management with profit. The company could use this period to shift focus toward more innovative, tech-driven solution, especially in response to growing demand for the digital content. The threat for Astro was the sudden resignation and uncertainty around the leadership could result in high employees turnover. The data breach and leadership instability may erode customer trust, leading a potential cut and also market shares to more reliable competitors. Increased competition as Astro face internal turmoil, a competitor can perform more aggressively and maximize the situation. Second conflict, voluntary separation scheme. The strength was it helped the companies manage overhead by reducing workforce size. Since it's a voluntary, It is generally seen as a softer, more ethical approach to workforce reduction. For some employees, VSS may offer a chance to pursue the entrepreneurship. The weaknesses was payout may not sustain long-term financial security, especially for mid-career or older employees. Staff who have been with the company long-term may struggle to adopt or reskill for the new industry. Employees typically lose critical benefit like medical coverage, EPF contribution, and so. The opportunity was the VSS provides the company with a chance to recognize streamline processes and introduce new technologies or structures. Can provide the pay for the new hires with a different skill aligned to the company's future direction. And employees can explore new career path, freelance work, or industry that better suit their current interest of life stages. The threat was for VSS, the staff may experience psychological stress, identity loss, or anxiety due to the sudden disruption to their career. Long-serving employees often hold a valuable knowledge that may be lost when they have leave. Incompetent continuity and mentorship. Especially for the older skilled employees, finding a job with equivalent salary and benefit can be very challenging. And the third conflict, employees' job reshuffling works. Reshuffling staff internal may reduce the needs for external hires, helping the company save costs during the financial hardship. Demonstrate adaptability of the workforce, showing that the employees are willing to step up when needed. For some employees, a new role may be opportunity to learn new skill and diversify their experience. Lewen's change management model by using Lewen's change management model. Weaknesses, assigning employees to role outside their area of expertise, for example, technical staff doing sales, can lead to poor performance, inefficiency, and frustration. A lack of proper training and interest in new roles can cause a drop overall productivity and effective team dynamic. Reshuffling also may only serve a temporary solution without addressing the root cause of financial issue. The opportunity by employee job reshuffling works, it managed properly, internal movement can be paired with the training programs to equip the staff with the new skill, preparing them for the future roles. Some employees may excel in unexpected roles and uncovering hidden strength that could be benefit the organization, long-term hidden talent, and excitement could rise among the employees as a new role creates new ambitious working environment as could be bought with the previous role. The threat was if employees feel unsupported or forced into a role they dislike, they may leave the company, causing loss of experience, talent. Poor communication and sudden role change can foster disrupt in the leadership, communication error among the existing and new staff. And it is unfair staff handle client-facing role. This could damage customer service efficiency and reputation also. And the fourth conflict, performance improvement plan, PIP. The strength was providing a clear and formal framework for employees to understand the improvement performance, developed tool by offering targeted training and resources, creating and consistent in handling performance in the theory. The weaknesses was not all have some learning pace and could be unfair to individuals. Bias and inconsistent in performance review always have the favoritism, and learning may take time. Staff with a certain expertise to the ship to have new role may consume time. Unfairly managed PIP could expert extreme pressure on employees. Termination could lead to a legal issue also. The opportunity by using PIP exposed hidden talent in employees and helps in future endorse transparency in communication and intention to support clearly rebuild trust and reduce fear, engaging team head to supervise in IPP application ethically and fairly improve overall team morale. And the threat was a misuse of fear-driven system. Some staff may leave earlier and could cause high staff turnover. Competition among the staff creates a negative work ambition. Unhappy staff may seek legal advice and spoils the company's image. The fifth conflict, business partnership program. Business partnership program Astro reduce a long-term employee-related expenses like benefit, insurance, and payroll tax by shifting from employment to partnership. Staff likely to be more driven as they operate their own business, and their remuneration is now based on the performance basis. Company overhead cost is automatically reduced, lesser initial and operating cost. Shift staff from employee to entrepreneurship, taking a more accountability and ownership. The weaknesses in business partnership program, not all the staff may have the entrepreneurial mindset, financial stability, or business acumen to succeed as independent operators. Astro may have less direct oversight of operations, quality, and customers' experience since partnership are no longer employees. Varying business practice across different partnership could lead to inconsistent service deliver or brand representation. Some representation, some former employees might prioritize personal gain over the long-term alignment with the Astro's goal, reduce loyalty, and seek other competitors secretly. The opportunity by using business partnership program may attract individuals who are entrepreneurially and want autonomy but still prefer a steady flow of business from a reputable brand. Independent businesses may bring fresh ideas, more agile decision-making, and innovative service delivery methods. Successfully partners could become strong brand ambassadors if they feel empowered and well supported. Elevated lifestyle of an employee as the mindset moves from job security to financial security. The threat was in business partnership program, misclassification of workers, employee versus contractor partner could lead to a legal issue, fines and or lawsuits. Poor performance or unethical practices by partners could damage Astro's brand and customers' trust. Over-reliance on the external partners without monitoring may weaken Astro's internal capabilities and make it vulnerable if partnership fails. If commission or allowance structure are not competitive or fair, partners may leave to competitors. Explore a resolution of conflict in Astro. So in applying a model to analyze and conclude a resolution for the above said conflict, we consider here to use Thomas Kilman model TKI for managing conflict. Accommodating the new CEO experienced person was take position, brought immediate action plan, stabilize the solution. Staff willing to be transferred, enjoy high remuneration, new tasks, new ambited, motivated with structured guidance by using compromising method, Levens change management template, unfreeze, change and refreeze was the method using in compromising and avoiding a VSS was appealing to many staff. Better live now than avoid discomfort, start something new. Competing is PIP, Performance Improvement Plan. The staff convert with the continued effort by management and proper structured monitoring, enables staff to roll better. Levens change management module was used in PIP. Rather than getting depressed, employees shift mindset to progress despite difficulty and diversities and collaboration. Staff convert to business partner, high remuneration as a commission based on the distribution, create trust and to the end user. Contractually, obligation binds legal protection Astro's interest and database. We hand our resolution of conflict in Astro. Thank you very much.